to get in the game, and we are going to see the Inkling versus the Snake, just like you said.
Yeah, so this will be a bit of an interesting matchup. I'm really curious to see how Chomo is going to approach this.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see one of the things that, for those of you who don't know Smash as well in the audience, we're going to see this stage a lot on the first Pokemon Stadium 2, just because of the fact that it's very basic. It doesn't really offer a ton of advantages to everybody. It's just one of the best starters that we have.
So we see Chomo starting off with a fair bit of damage, but Garry is not... Oh my...
With a turnaround F-Smash.
F-Smash off of his tech chase. He is not very far behind by any means.
No, absolutely not. And Snake can just rack up the damage, and he is still pretty
heavy.
Yeah,
so now percents are dead even, and Snake has a lot of stage control. So...
Which is basically exactly where Snake wants to be, because his disadvantage state isn't too great, but when he has stage control...
Oh, is that up throw up air?
Yeah,
okay, so he is in percent, manages to get that up throw up air to take the stock, does some jabs back and forth between the stocks there.
Yeah, and that's just to confirm at certain percentages.
That's correct. I suspect, I know that Chomo will know his percents and does it when it is true.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if it wasn't true, Snake would have pressed the B button and had a grenade out. So that definitely was. Oh no, but the grenade saves him from the follow-up after that berry.
The dash attack
takes it. So Garry takes that first stock, already giving us a much better showing than we saw in that last set.
No, absolutely. He is at quite a high percentage though, and I...
that surely was a mistake.
His up B?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what happened there, because you can't cancel it, but you'd think he must have just been spamming it and like...
Well, maybe he tried to do a C4 recovery and just messed up.
Fair enough.
It's hard to say either way. 91% and with almost full ink on him, that's not a fun spot to be in.
Inkling jab right at the edge is just so good, because you can just rack up so much ink and so much damage.
I like what he's doing, though. He was going high. Oh, the up air does take it. I was going to say he was going high trying to stall out the ink on him, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
Which is good, because that damage multiplier is brutal.
Yeah, it's like 1.25% or so. Is it even 1.5%?
It's ridiculously high considering how many times Inkling hits you.
Well, it's not even just that. It's how easy it is to realistically get ink on.
Yeah,
like you can use your neutral B, forward throw.
Yeah, and Chomo, he's very good at using splatter shot. I don't know if we saw much of it in that particular game, but I've seen him. He gets off ledge and he'll do splatter shot. And it's really nice because it locks you into shield if he's hitting your shield, and if it hits you, you get inked up. So it's a rather safe option for that move. A lot of people aren't able to deal with it.
We're going to see Snake counterpick to Lilat.
Yeah, I actually quite like this. The slants aren't going to have as much of an impact on Snake's long play in this matchup as it will on Inkling.
Right.
Additionally, he can do things like up tilt through the platforms, all three of them, if he needs to get a kill.
Oh, the air dodge
SD. Chomo losing an early stock. We'll see. Garry's going to take that and run, I'm sure.
No, absolutely, because he was at such a had such a percent lead. Do you think he was trying to tech a grenade or something?
Yeah, Smash does take it. That was a perfect confirm. Nicely done. So despite the SD, evens it right back up. That's what he needed to do if he wanted to manage this game.
No, for sure. So you see, doesn't quite have ink on him yet, so these aerials aren't doing as much damage. But as I say that, the rapid jab, and he is now
fully
Green
inked.
Snake. So this is going to be a lot more damage coming out as we see an up tilt. Not quite in kill percentage there. See another jab coming out, 106%
covered. If he were on a green screen, he'd be invisible. Up air barely doesn't take it.
I'm actually surprised that didn't kill, but
that one will. Way too high up and high percent to not survive. So Chomo has only taken... He's taken less than 50% this whole game.
Yeah, because he died the self-destruct at like
4%.
Oh, was it 4?
Yeah.
Oh, that was very early.
Oh, but these grenade trades are racking up a bit of damage. The nice thing, at least, is that with the trades, Snake dies a heck of a lot later than Inkling.
Yes.
So if you trade and the grenade hits both of you, that's a winning trade, but...
Oh, I'm surprised. That
barely.
Was like 0.5% away from the confirm happening there.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, the grenade saves him from another up air. Garry's trying to turn this around.
See, now, here's one of the problems that Inkling has, and correct me if I'm wrong, though, is that once he get out of these kill percent confirms, like, at this point, like, Chomo's just going to be looking for a smash.
Well, you say that, but Inkling has back.
Or he can just literally just forward smash.
That was... He knew.
Yeah,
like,
he just
stood still and just waited for Garry. He didn't react to anything until he did the roll he wanted and forward smash.
He even charged it up a little bit. He was waiting for the roll.
That
and it just
was
happened.
terrifying. He knew seconds in advance.
Well, that's the difference between a good player and a great player.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's just that matter of knowing what your opponent is going to do.
Yeah, and Chomo is proving to us that he is a great player.
No, absolutely. He's number one in Alberta for a reason, up 2-0. If he gets one more win, he is going to take the set, as we do take a look at Garry2Scary.
We'll see if Gary changes his counter pick. Oh, he just goes back to the stage from game 1. Interesting.
Chomo switching up the Inkling skin. Obviously, there's different colors based on what you want. He was going for the green a lot. I think I saw him, actually, it might have been Strike playing the blue Inkling.
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of Inkling players actually change their skin based on the stage.
That's fair. Actually,
like
yes,
green Inkling on this
horrible.
green is yeah.
No,
so
that makes total sense.
We appreciate it, that's for sure.
Oh, no, absolutely. So we do see, we've kind of been talking about the game a little bit, but I mean, the fact that Snake is at 80% right now, it's just one of those things where Inkling just has such a good early neutral, and the fact that just Chomo is in the zone right now.
Yeah, well, you know, the real thing is that
this forward air is going to kill.
New. This is what we've been seeing the whole set.
This is what we've been seeing the whole day. Like these high-ranked players are coming.
They are proving that they are seated where they need to be.
No, absolutely. And this is the first SKL event where we actually have top 64 as a second day, and the top players are using the rest fully.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, I thought some players might lose a little bit of momentum. They'd take the wins that they had, come in a little slower, a little groggy. But I mean, it is 1 o'clock.
Clear.
But yeah, no, absolutely. They are here to play, and they are here to win.
So a parry. Oh, is that going to be percent? Up throw, up. Wow,
Yep.
Look at him. He knew exactly how many pummels he needed. So now he's up 3 stocks to 1, doing his jabs back and forth once again. Almost a little bit of a taunt. So what does Gary need to do to win here?
I honestly don't know what he can do. Like, he needs to get these Nikita edge guards, but Chomo is just recovering so smart.
And yet another parry. That was incredible. It was shielded the first hit of F-tilt and then parried the next. Gets a big punish on it. The Nikita actually hits him, so we'll see.
No, not that one,
Not quite.
unfortunately.
And, you know, even when the Nikitas have hit off stage, Chomo's been able to attack, but an up tilt.
Yeah.
So finally manages to take 1 stock off of him. He's going to desperately try to turn this around and take 2 more in this game 3.
No, for sure. He needs to get a lot more of these grenade trades, and he gets away from the grab that time, and he needs to make sure he doesn't get buried, and he needs to make sure that he doesn't get grabbed at about 100%.
Yeah.
It's that 100% range that if you grab Snake, pummel him about 3 times, and then up air, it seems like that's enough to get the kill. So we'll see.
Yeah, but
This
you know,
isn't gonna be enough.
we've been seeing he's racking up the damage. It looks like he's been making some changes. He is not going out without a fight.
No, absolutely.
What was once 3 stocks to 1 is now nearly even stocks if he's able to clutch this one out.
Down throw? No.
Grab release. Oh, interesting. He goes for the up tilt to catch the landing after grab release. I wonder if that grab release was intentional. Oh,
nice.
Perfect. The up smash, locking him into shield long enough. That's the second F tilt.
So we are even stocks now, and Snake is a heavy character, so he's just going to be able to last a long time. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get grabbed in the next about 10%, and then I think that confirm will be gone.
But
he gets
speak
grabbed.
of the devil, there it is.